Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Angry LUSAKA residents storm provincial administration seeking answers on why they can't have their NRC'S replaced. Irish government to help Zambia economically. Details coming to you after this break.
Hello, have you heard about LUSAKA? Do you know that you can advertise for as low as 150 kwacha for 30 seconds? Well, LUSAKA is here. Advertise on LUSAKA between 17 hours and 18 hours. Just tell us about the services that you offer and we'll gladly put you on the market. For more details, you can contact
+260 953 995099. +260 962 444 726 or +260 971 177 467.
LUSAKA, allowing your business to grow.
And now the media news in detail. Some LUSAKA residents have stormed the LUSAKA Provincial Administration Office demanding an explanation as to why they are unable to have their National Registration Cards NRC'S replaced. The angry residents have told Camnet television that they have been standing on long queues for days trying to access their National Registration Cards, but that all their efforts have been in vain. They have lamented that they may not be able to vote in the 2021 general elections as they will be unable to access their voters' cards without their NRC'S. They have since accused the National Registration Center of being negligent in their work and have called on government to intervene in the matter. Details in the following report.
As the date of the closure of the voter registration exercise draws to a close, tempers have begun to rise as some citizens are still struggling to have their national registration cards replaced. Some LUSAKA residents this morning stormed the Provincial Administrative Office, demanding that the Provincial Minister Bowman Lusambo addresses the issue and gives a reason as to why they are being denied access to have their national registration cards replaced by the Administrative Office.
Why kuja kwinangu kweve swabala mamaski kweve wakopa nishipaka vendekela usindie pali corona peka vaina drama wako pali drama sawa kopa why kopa nishise tuli bendrama baona corona mulisi achape kuno kili wikisubuta kutoka kusema sitanje polo kantolo kamoja
The residents have explained that the registration center has been sending them away for lack of proper documentation to certify that they should have their NRC'S replaced.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
You've got no right to touch the equipment. You've got no right to touch the equipment. You touch the camera. I can take a picture. You touch the camera. You are not supposed to do that. I didn't come
just the secretary.
Did I come to
Where are you from?
You came to prevent me to do my job.
No, I was trying to tell you to say, talk to them nicely so that they come tomorrow. They see the minister. That's what I was trying to tell you.
It's not my job to talk to them to come tomorrow. My job is to take the news.
Now, that's news. They should have it from home affairs. Here, when they came here,
Listen. Did they follow you? Did they follow you? Who followed you? Who followed who?
Meanwhile, Lusaka Province Permanent Secretary Elias Kamanga has told Camnet TV News in an interview that his office has not yet received an official complaint over the matter from the aggrieved citizens. Mr. Kamanga has since described the situation as unfortunate and says it is a right of every Zambian citizen to have access to the NRC'S. He has since promised that his office will look into the matter and advise the way forward. Prudence Chota for Camnet TV News.
The ruling Patriotic Front PF government through President Edgar Lungu had delivered hundreds of millimil bags to the people of Livingstone in Southern Province. PF member of the Central Committee Kebim Mbewe had delivered the millimil on behalf of President Edgar Lungu. Mr. Mbewe told the people that it is the wish of President Edgar Lungu to see to it that people eat well, hence the donated millimil. He further told the people of Livingstone that President Edgar Lungu has done all what he could as a human being to better the lives of Zambians. Mr. Mbewe had meanwhile appealed to the people of Livingstone to vote for the PF and President Edgar Lungu in 2021.
Give them the bags of millimil. This present is not coming from me. This has come from your president. Amen. And I want to assure you, Councillor and all those candidates that are contesting, that the president has assured the people of Livingstone, the people of Maramba, the people of Malota, that this exercise will continue to sustain them. Will you continue through the office of the president to make sure that your lives is easy before we normalize tourism in this town? So nditamuswerizi indi anoguriba majembere pasigidega indi bagatala amundi zumihe. Allow me to give you this token from your president. Gwarungu, he is not only the president of this country, he is your father. Your father, you can only know who your father is when he comes in the evenings, what he brings at home. Ibareta paseo, ibaanda kumuletera chowa mwetera, pera yonse kweta manza.
In other news, Zambia's High Commissioner to South Africa, Major General Jackson Miti, has commended the Irish government for rendering support towards Zambia's economic growth. Speaking when Irish Ambassador to South Africa, Fionnuala Gilsenan, paid a courtesy call on him at the Zambia's High Commission in Pretoria, South Africa, Major General Miti said Ireland's support to increase investment in Zambia was appreciated. He said this is evident by the number of developmental projects undertaken in both Lusaka and Northern Province. Major General Miti said the investment is faith-based organization for projects in education and health is yielding positive results in the fight against HIV and AIDS, gender-based violence, as well as water and sanitation and nutrition. And Ambassador Gilsenan said her government wants to grow trade and political relations between the two countries. She said these are a number of Irish private companies in Zambia, adding that this is one way of deepening bilateral relations, especially in the area of trade integration. Ambassador Gilsenan further said the presence of Irish companies in Zambia is also a good opportunity for collaboration with the private sector. This is according to a statement made available to Camnet TV News by First Secretary Press and Public Relations at the Zambia Mission in South Africa, Naomi Nyawali. Youths representing Students' Union have pleaded with the Electoral Commission of Zambia to extend the voter registration period without any conditionality attached. Speaking to Camnet TV when Zambia Association for College and Student Union Acting President Charles Mbobela, the Commission has this far done a good job, but in order to meet the target, the exercise should be extended by 2 weeks as seen from the past weeks and the number of people captured. And Mr. Mbobela has noted that registration centers have been extended to all high learning institutions, which he says is a privilege to all the students that are eligible to get their voters' cards. And Peter Bwalia thanks the people that are showing up to register as voters. He says the long queues being seen from various centers is a clear indication that people are willing to acquire the voters' cards, but long queues are discouraging them. He also says he is calling on the electoral body to consider increasing the number of hours for most polling stations now more than ever.
The message is basically to Electoral Commission of Zambia, who have thus far done a very commendable job in terms of registration. We equally appeal to ECZ to extend the period. We have seen that within the 3 phases, they have managed to cover more than half. So given another 2 weeks, I think we'll be able to reach the target. It is an appeal equally to our students countrywide to go out in numbers and take this opportunity and register. Polling registration centers have equally been extended in all institutions of our learning. So it is a more privilege to all those students who are within campuses to go out and register during this period.
First and foremost, we want to thank the Electoral Commission of Zambia for the great work that they are doing. We have seen that so far from the station that we have visited, the process is a bit quicker. And we want to thank the people who have shown willingness to come and register as voters. And also the turnout is a positive turnout, which is the indication of a good turnout to the Zambian community. And we just want to urge the people to turn up in large numbers and register as voters so that they can exercise their rights come 2021. We also want to appeal to the Electoral Commission of Zambia to consider extending the number of days for the registration. We have seen that there are quite a number of people who are not yet registered. So if they can consider to allow those people who have not registered to come and register, it will be a plus to us. And we are just calling upon again to consider extending the 24 hours registration to institutions like schools and those centers which are closer to the people.